A 1-carat diamond, the same stone that runs $5,000 in a jewelry store on a ring you might already own, can now be grown in a factory in 2 weeks for about $300. Chemically identical. Same hardness, same brilliance, same atomic structure. The only real difference is whether the carbon arranged itself underground over 1 billion years, or inside a microwave-sized reactor in Surat, India last Tuesday. A lab-grown stone today costs less at retail than a name-brand microwave. And the company that spent 80 years convincing you this could never happen is the same one quietly selling them to you now. That's the reason why. Start with the company. De Beers is the firm that, for most of the 20th century, controlled roughly 85% of the world's diamond supply. They didn't mine all of those diamonds. They bought them, stockpiled them, and released them in carefully metered quantities, year after year, to keep the retail price stable and high. In 1947, an advertising agency called NW Ayer pitched De Beers a single line of copy. The line was 4 words long. "A diamond is forever." That sentence, repeated for 40 years across magazine ads, films, and bridal shows, did something subtle. It quietly made a piece of compressed carbon into a permanent emotional contract you sign with another human being. Here's the reveal. Underneath all the marketing, a diamond is just carbon, organized into a specific tetrahedral lattice under heat and pressure. In 1954, a team at General Electric figured out how to do that in a press. They squeezed common graphite to about 50,000 atmospheres of pressure at 1400 degrees Celsius, and out came tiny industrial diamonds. The method is called high pressure, high temperature, or HPHT for short. It worked, but the stones were small, yellowish, and only useful as cutting grit. For 60 years, the technology stayed strictly industrial. Then in the 2010s, a brand new process came of age, and the floor fell out from under the entire diamond market. The new process is called Chemical Vapor Deposition, or CVD. It is, almost literally, a microwave for diamonds. Inside a sealed chamber the size of a kitchen oven, a small slice of an existing diamond is placed on a heated platform. Methane and hydrogen gas are pumped in from above. A microwave frequency plasma is then fired up inside the chamber. The gas heats to about 1,000 degrees Celsius. The methane breaks apart, and individual carbon atoms drift down and lock onto the seed slice in the same tetrahedral pattern as the original. Layer by layer, atom by atom, a brand new diamond grows on top. In about 2 weeks, the seed has become a 1-carat finished gem. But here is where it gets uncomfortable for everyone involved. Once the chamber technology got cheap enough to run at scale, every chemistry-savvy country could just build the reactors. Surat, in the Indian state of Gujarat, had been the cutting and polishing center of the world for natural stones since the early 1960s. They already had the lapidary skills, so they installed CVD reactors right next to the polishing benches. China followed, then Russia. The wholesale price of a 1-carat lab-grown rough collapsed from about $4,000 in 2017 to under $300 by 2024. That is a 93% drop in 7 years. The retail markup did not collapse, but the floor underneath it did. And then De Beers did something almost nobody in the industry expected. In 2018, the same company whose entire identity was built on natural-only scarcity launched a brand called Lightbox. Lightbox sold lab-grown diamonds openly at $800 per carat in pastel colors, deliberately marketed as fashion jewelry rather than heirlooms. It was effectively a quiet admission that they could not fight the chemistry anymore, so they did the next best thing. They pivoted. They positioned natural stones as serious heirlooms, lab stones as fun accessories, and tried to reframe the price gap as a feature, not a bug. Then in 2024, they shut Lightbox down. The brand had cannibalized too much of the high-end natural market. Here's the strange piece almost nobody puts in the marketing. De Beers has a wholly owned industrial subsidiary called Element 6. Element 6 has been making lab-grown diamonds for cutting tools and high-end electronics since 1959. The same conglomerate that spent 80 years training the world to want only mined stones was on a parallel track inside its own buildings, perfecting the technology that would eventually make those stones nearly impossible to defend on price. They knew. They simply did not sell into the engagement ring market themselves until the chemistry got so cheap and so good that other people were doing it anyway. Once that floor was in, holding Element 6 back made no commercial sense at all. So the question shifts. If a 1-carat lab stone now costs $300 at wholesale and roughly $800 at retail, why do natural 1-carats still sell for $5,000? The answer, almost word for word, is the slogan from 1947, doing exactly the work it was always designed to do. The natural stone is sold not as carbon, but as time. 1 billion years underground. A specific mine in Botswana. A specific certificate. The lab stone, identical at the atomic level, lacks the one feature you cannot manufacture in 2 weeks: the story. And right now, in millions of jewelry stores worldwide, the same engagement ring sits in 2 display cases at very different prices. Here's the part the marketing leaves out, and the part most engaged couples never quite hear from the jeweler standing right in front of them at the display counter. The diamond on the ring you are looking at right now, mined deep underground or grown in a chamber, is the same atom for atom as its alternative. It refracts the same light. It cuts the same glass. It will outlast both of you and your grandchildren combined. The thing that costs $5,000 instead of $800 is not the carbon at all. It is the certificate, the cartel, and the 78-year-old slogan that bound all 3 of those things together inside your head while you were a kid, a Hollywood movie. None of that makes a natural diamond worse, or a lab diamond somehow a fraud. They are physically the same object, sold inside 2 completely different stories. What changed in the last decade was the floor underneath the whole market. The actual cost of producing carbon in this exact crystal pattern collapsed by 93% in 7 years, and the market is still adjusting upward to recognize what that means for the next generation of buyers who are already half walking past the natural counter and asking very politely indeed for the lab one instead. If you liked this one, there's a whole channel of stories just like it. The strange machinery quietly hiding inside everyday things you never thought to actually question. Subscribe so the next one finds you.